Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the Miss Fin Show. I am your host, Miss Fins. Welcome, guys. Thank you so much for coming through. Thank you so much. You already know what I'm going to say. You know what I'm going to do. Go ahead and do me a favor. Hit that like button, guys. Hit the like button. Yes. Hit the like button, guys. Absolutely. Go ahead and let everybody else know we are live. Much appreciate each and every single one of you guys. Hit that like button. Everybody on Twitter and Twitch, thank you so much for coming through. Really do appreciate it. If you're catching the replay, thank you so much. You're going to have a fun time with this show, like we always do. Guys, go ahead and hit that like button. Let all your friends know. Let's continue to grow together so we can continue to have great shows coming here for you guys. As always, you already see the title of the show. We're going to be discussing could Terron Armstead be a surprise Miami Dolphins cut? We did already start the off season, and guess what? I know we talked about it briefly before. Hey, maybe he can. We'll save a little bit of money and blah blah blah. But could he really be considered? Mm. Now he did say he wanted to come back, but don't worry, we will discuss this a little bit in a little bit. But before we do, like always, guys, do me a favor and remember that please, we love debating. So go ahead and debate your little hearts out in that comment section. Much appreciate you guys. But be kind to each other. That's all we ask. Debate, but be kind. That's it. As always, you can find Miss Finn's Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern. That's Monday to Friday, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, for your early morning Dolphin news content or NFL. I don't know what I was doing there, but I did it, and it happened. Also, too, guys, a great way to support the channel is become a member. Become a member. Let everybody know that you are a Must Films member, and it helps out the channel. As you know, everything does go right back to the channel, so I appreciate it so much. Thank you, guys, and shout out to all of our members who continue to contribute every single month to the channel. It goes again right back to the channel. So thank you guys for coming through. Much appreciated. And like I always love to say, ladies and gentlemen, we win together, we lose together. Dolphins for life. Okay, let's get into it. Thank you guys for coming through. Much appreciated. Miss Fans. Miss Fans. What's up? Good morning. Oh my lord, I know it. Everybody's scared with who we may or may not pay, but listen, we shall be fine, okay? But today we're gonna talk about Terron Armstead. Why? Because I think this is actually a very interesting and very um pivotal part in our team. I kind of joked around last week and the week before when we were talking about, cuts, trades, and all this other stuff. I'm like, I mean, we have only one O lineman. That's it. And that's Austin Jackson, our right tackle. He's the only one that we have under contract. Why? Because I said we got half a tackle. And Terron Armstead. Was I wrong? No, ladies and gentlemen. The NFL actually put out a pretty good article that I wanted to go over with you guys because I'm like, you know what? I know I'm not the only one. It's nice, short, and sweet, but I think it's actually it's valid. And right now, why why would we continue to be with this man? So I'm going to show you the money side of it. I'm going to show you. We're going to go over this article. It's a short and sweet. It's only like 2 minutes worth of a read, so it's very good. But to me, it just makes sense as far as maybe we may not be thinking about it, but maybe the Dolphins might be considering this. So that's exactly what I wanted to go ahead and discuss with you guys. So let's get into it. Let me share my camera here real quick. Da. Good morning. Nice. Thank you so much for coming through. Hit that like button for us, please. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me make this a little bit bigger. Uh, it's easier for those whom are not. All right, that's big enough, right? Feel like you can see it. If you can't see this, you might need glasses. Just say. Okay, I'm like, I can't get it any bigger than this. It's already huge. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, the article is actually from NFL.com. I'm like, what? NFL actually did a pretty good article? Yeah. Yeah, they did, actually. And this article is titled Dolphins Pro Bowl offensive tackle Terron Armstead hasn't made decision on playing in 2024 yet, haven't even started the process. Now, granted, this was published February 3rd, 2024 at 6:15 a.m. from Grant Gordon. Shout out to Grant. Go follow him. I'm sure he's got some other great content, but I really like this short and sweet one. Now, I don't know if you guys know this, but just to fast forward real quick, he did say he wanted to go ahead and come and play because he does have monies this year. You know, it only makes sense for him to want to come in, Toronto Armstead, and still play for his monies. But this is the problem. As far as the team is concerned, he's just not available enough, in my opinion. But don't worry, we're gonna discuss it right now. Let's continue reading this this article. So Tom Armstead was a mainstay on the Miami Dolphins injury in 2023 with a multitude of injuries. Knee injury, check. Ankle, yep. Back, yep. Quad, that too. He was on the Dolphin injury report 13 out of the 17 weeks this past regular season and missed 7 games. That's practically half the season. But let's hold on. Though the five-time Pro Bowl's level of play hasn't taken a hit, his body certainly has. And it's led to him pondering retirement. And right here, ladies and gentlemen, I've seen it. Whenever a player considers out loud, so you can consider all you want privately, but whenever you say it out loud, you already have your foot halfway out of the league, which is frustrating because, again, I mean, as you can see, he's been so injury ridden that it just doesn't make sense for us to keep him. So at least based on injuries, you can't have half a starting left tackle. Like, I'm sorry. And then the amount of money that we pay him, good. But we're gonna discuss this. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Thank you so much for coming through. I appreciate you guys. Hit that like button for me. Thank you. Let's continue. The 32-year-old said Friday at Pro Bowl game, so this wasn't during the Pro Bowl. Relax, people. That he hasn't made a decision yet, though, since the Dolphins season ended in the AFC wildcard loss to the Kansas City Chiefs. He's been focused on getting better in body and mind before making the anticipated determination. Remember, this is prior to him deciding to come back, okay? And we know that he did it, but it's the mindset. This is what we're going after today. Hold on a minute. There it is. Just taking time away from the game, Armstead told NFL.com. It was a long season, up and down season for myself physically. Getting away, coming out of the playoff loss to the Chiefs, I haven't even started that process. I've just been resting, recovering, and enjoying family. Let me tell you something. I watched the Pro Bowls, and he was arguably the most frustrating offensive lineman in the entire Pro Bowl. Every little challenge he did, I'm like, oh my God, he's dead last. Every single one. I'm like, you're so injured. Like, I feel bad for him. You know what I mean? But he is so injured. I just don't understand if, even if he did wanted to come back, which he has already said he wanted to come back, the main issue, ladies and gentlemen, is he even? Is he gonna be able to physically get up? That's the problem. Armstead has 3 seasons left on his 5 year, $75 million contract with Miami. And he was perhaps the most coveted 20 free agent in 2022 offseason before he signed with the Dolphins following 9 seasons with the New Orleans Saints. He responded with back-to-back Pro Bowl campaigns, but he's dealt with injuries throughout his career. He's played 14 more games, just 3 times in 11 career seasons, and has never played a full season. Since he joined the Phins, he's played in 23 of a possible 34 regular season tilts. This is another problem, and I'm gonna show you some numbers here real quick because to me, it's just I don't see the value anymore now. Don't get me wrong, when he's on the field, he's awesome. It's just when are we gonna get that? The inconsistency in his availability is the problem I have. This year might well have been the most painful to trudge through. This season definitely was a challenge physically. Probably this one more than the others. This one stuck out, he said. I am feeling well though, healing up. I've been just resting, recovering. I haven't been doing much since the playoffs. In the end, Armstead's litany of injuries might prove to be an obstacle too arduous to overcome. Nonetheless, it's clear he could be heartsick giving up the game and believes he's very much in the right spot in Miami. Of course, he's in the right spot. We're getting all that money to do nothing. Sorry, look, I'm not sorry when I say this. Let me tell you something before I continue with this article. I remember vividly when we signed Ndonaka Sue for a $93 million, pretty much fully guaranteed contract. Arguably, in my opinion, one of the worst contracts we could have ever had. Now, he did play, he did have some success, but I just couldn't justify paying that man that much money. And again, this is why I call the Dolphins a retirement home of the NFL. It's so annoying. We overpay for injured old players because we feel like we're getting a bargain. And I'm like, where? We're not getting a bargain in the injury aspect of it or the health. And we're not getting a bargain in the money either. So where's the bargain, Greer? It's just frustrating for the most part. And seeing us having to deal with yet again another injured, very important position player. I don't know. Could he be considering this? Maybe. Maybe not. Let's continue. It's just tough being away from the guys, Armstead said, and the mental toll of missing games and even practices. Being away from that energy, that chemistry, that cohesiveness. That's why we play the game. You're getting into the huddle with your guys, you're talking, you're having fun, you're making light of situations. Then on game day, you're feeling the energy of the crowd, whether or not it's home or away. It's just an atmosphere that you cannot recreate. When you're not playing, it's an empty feeling. It's hard to deal with. He's not dealing with it this weekend, though. He's enjoying the time in Orlando, Florida as a Pro Bowler. He's joined by 5 other Dolphins, providing ample example of the talented roster housed in Miami. After clinching back-to-back playoff trips for the first time since 2001, the Dolphins are on the upswing in Armstead's view. Yay! Back-to-back playoffs, which is good. Now we gotta get past. I don't even want to win. I want multiple wins. I want AFC Championship, Super Bowl. That's what we want. Our expectations are at an all-time high, and that's exactly the environment and situation you want to be in, he said. I don't want to be in a place that 6 wins is no. It's Super Bowl or nothing. That wasn't the expectation when I signed in Miami. That's the expectation now. Ooh, I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. What did he just say? That wasn't the expectation when I signed in Miami. How was that not the expectation when he signed in Miami to get to not get a Super Bowl? I don't get it. That's the expectation now. Yeah. So I think her trajectory is heading in the right direction, and we just have to finish the job. Though Armstead's undecided of his future, it's clear he still has championship aspirations. And then that's it. That's the article. So go check it out, NFL.com. I thought it was actually very interesting. Yes, this did come out during the Pro Bowl. But for me personally, I was thinking, I'm like, could the Dolphins perhaps cut him? I mean, the man missed half the season. We still be able to. We were still able to produce without him. I mean, in those the 11 games he actually played, ladies and gentlemen, this season, we went 6-5 in those games. He played 11 games this season. We went 6-5. So is he making a huge impact? I guess you'd have to take a look at his numbers as far as hits, snap counts, all that good stuff, penalties, which I have here, but they have it mostly for the regular season stuff, not really the what do you call it? Not really that two postseasons, right? So let me. Okay. Now, right now, PFF does have Terron Armstead ranked 14th as an offensive tackle for this past year. 14th. That's not bad. That's not bad, but can you imagine if he would have actually been able to play the entire season? Could we have done better with him? I mean, he's only played, he said 11 games, well, 10 regular season and then the playoff. That's just not enough. That's just not enough, in my opinion, for him to be able to still justify this money. Now, what would it be to get rid of him? So let me toggle. Let's take a look at something else real quick. hmm So, never mind the other stuff that we did, just because we were discussing a few scenarios. Let's focus here on Terron Armstead. He's 33, 11 season in the regular season, right? He's gonna be costing us 20.8 million in this new cap. Remember, we got a new cap because oh, which by the way, in case you're wondering, yeah, since he's been cut, up until after June 1st. But yes. Anyways, back to Tehran. So you see here with Tehran, $20.8 million, right? $20.8 million. That's what his cap hit this year is gonna be for us. Well, ladies and gents, if we were to just straight cut him, we would have to eat $11.3 million this season. But we still saved 9.4 million. So it's not like a lot of money, if you will, but you still get to save $9.4 million. Now, most people would say, well, Miss Finch, who are you going to get as a left tackle who's a free agent, who's going to perhaps not cost you as much? And I'm like, well, I mean, there are free agent tackles available. Not everybody's going to cost you $300 million. And if we are all in, we could sign a tackle maybe for a 1 year or a 2 year contract and kind of go from there. So there are some guys available that maybe perhaps we can. It would be, around the same age. Um and they would be free agents, but again, it just depends. How much would keeping him be an issue, I would say. How much would keeping him be an issue based on his availability? That's the main issue I have with Terron. If he wasn't as bad as if he was, well, at least he's pretty good when he's playing. But this is the problem. If he was still able to play at a high level and still be able to play multiple games, we're fine. We knew we were getting semi rental because we knew he's never played a full season before. But the man can't even practice at this point. He can't even practice. It's not even trying to be mean or anything like that. It's just he can't even practice. So right now you're going to be limiting yourself and having half a tackle. Although it gives you the opportunity to have the rest of your team, your other your backups be semi available, right? And getting experience. The problem is you need somebody that's actually going to be there for more than just 11 games. And that's the problem right there. That's the problem right there. So at the end of the day, you can go ahead and try to figure it out and try to see about staying with him. You're gonna get your 10 games, but we still have an entire other season, like another half, especially if we're trying to make a deep run in the NFL in the playoffs. Can we still afford for him not to be available for us half the season? In my opinion, no, not at all. Not at all. Now there are four free agent players, tackles right now, and this is just preliminary to kind of show you guys, just so you have an idea, that shouldn't cost that much. And yes, they are veterans, but they still have some legs left in them. What's up? Good morning, guys. Welcome, welcome. Appreciate you. And that would be Tyron Smith from Dallas, Dwayne Brown from New Jersey Jets, Cornelius Lucas from Washington, and Donovan Smith from Kansas City. So these are guys that would still be, again, they're mostly a veteran presence, you know what I mean? And but they still have some left in the tank. We already got at least we already have Terron Armstead, who, as we know, hasn't been really us. There you go. That's the main one. There it is. Okay. So I don't know about you. What do you think? should we consider maybe one of these other players, perhaps? If the Dolphins do end up surprisingly cut Terron Armstead, do you think the Dolphins might go left tackle in the draft? You know what I mean? And maybe still pick up a veteran player that can play for most of the season? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yeah, I understand that with the whole fullback, but hey, I mean that's just Greer for you. What can I say? That's just Greer for you. Now, if we're gonna go and start with what do you call it? Go ahead and at least have some consistency in play as far as availability, and then still bring up a guy that you can draft that can maybe take that position over, because at this point I just don't trust I don't trust Terron Armstead to be available. Now Cornelius, look at Cornelius. He's played multiple games. Didn't start. He only had 70% of the snaps last year, compared to Terron Armstead. When it came to his snap count, he was there 81%. The year before that, he did 64%. So he's played a lot of the snap counts. But this is where you're seeing here. In the last 5 seasons, he's played consistently. He's played a lot. UD, ladies and gentlemen. There you have it. Tehran might as well be UD. UD, who's UD, Miss Phins? Well, if you know basketball, you know Miami Heat basketball. That's Udonis Haslam. Just recently retired, longest tenured Miami Heat player of all time, and three-time world champ, whose jersey got retired, number 40, Mr. Miami. Mr. And there's always a player that, wants to keep the culture and things like that, and a great piece for the locker room. I could totally see that, the leadership with Tehran. But we can't afford to keep leadership that's going to play half the season. At least with Cornelius, like I said, you can bring him in, he can come and play. Even and then draft at this point a rookie left tackle. We're gonna get into the draft, and we're gonna get into like all the possibilities and all the positions we need. But come on, guys, we got half a tackle. We literally have half a tackle. And I get it, we have a million needs in that O line. Center, left guard, right guard, if we don't re-sign Rubber Hunt. But we have half a tackle, a half left tackle. We need we need somebody that can actually play. So I know he said he's willing to come back and play. Obviously, he's still got money here. Why wouldn't he want to continue to get his money based on his contract? His contract is nice and juicy. He's got some good money left. My issue is, even with that good money that he's got left, is it gonna be beneficial for us to continue to have him, who's not even he's not even playing the entire And we're back. Oops. Remove this puppy. There you go. We're back. We're back. We're back. Am I gonna cover the Heat too? Well, I do have I do have a Heat name. My God, I could absolutely actually I love I'm loving football as much as I do now, but I actually love basketball more than I do. That's like my baby. I just can't deal with the NBA right now. It's too annoying for me. I can't. But we'll see. You never know. Might get Miss Heat. Just saying. But look at his contract, man. 11 seasons. His value is $75 million. He got fully guaranteed money, 30 mil, right? This is his contract right now. This is where he's at. We've talked about the contracts here. We've broken down the cap and things like that. He's got money left that we do owe him. If we were to cut him, it would give us some dead money for the next couple years. Like I told you, 11.3 this year, 6.3 the next 2 years. Fine, we'll still owe him money. But look, we'll save 9.4 this year, 14.3 next year, 14.3 the year after that. And we'll get him off the books. Like, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you guys. I just don't think, because his money's hitting us right now. His money's actually hitting us right now. As you can see, very small cap hit the first 2 seasons that we had him. What's up, guys? Good morning. Good morning. Hit that like button. Now his money's gonna be hitting us for the most part, right? His base salary is gonna be higher. Well, he still got his signing bonus. And obviously, they always get like the little mill here and there. But to me, I just think we're better off getting someone else at this point. I'd rather bring in someone else cheaper, because I can't deal with a guy that literally can't even make it through practice and it's only there half the season. That's why I'm like, could he still be a surprise even if he wanted to come back? I still think this is a possibility, ladies and gentlemen. I really do. I really do. Good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. Thank you so much for coming through. Like, I really do. I get it. 5-time Pro Bowler. Oh, he's amazing. We went 6-5 in the 11 games he played this last season. You know what I mean? At this point, yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready. If they pull the trigger and cut this man, I'm gonna be very happy. And first of all, I am of the thought that, I don't know about you guys, but I think the number 72 should be retired and nobody should play or use that number ever. Being that it is our perfect season. If I'm me, I'd retire the number, but that's just me as a fan. But look at this contract. I get we gotta eat money if we were to go ahead and cut him post June 1st. We'll eat that 11.3 million. We still get 9.4 that we'll be saving. Take that money, some of it. Let's go ahead and draft a tackle. We have the number one, that first round pick. I am of the thought to, pick up more picks, so trade back, try to get at least 2 seconds. This one and maybe 2 seconds in a third or something like that. But nevertheless, I am of the thought that we gotta cut this man. He's just not it. And you read it. He's already contemplated retirement. I get it. He said he'll be back. But I can't. And I'm telling you right now, we cut him. I don't foresee another team picking him up. I mean, you never know. Teams are thirsty. They're gonna be thirsty. But I just don't foresee him being picked up. And we save money for the future. We get him off our books. Let's get somebody that can actually play the entire season. If not, if not, because in Butch Berry, I trust. That's the other thing. If we didn't have a Butch Berry, then I'm like, maybe not. But the fact that we have Butch Berry and look how good he was having to deal with all these, different personnel available to him, I feel very confident. I feel very confident in having him here, in my opinion. I really do. I feel very confident. So that's where I'm at with it. If he were to get cut, this is what the numbers would look like. It would be a hard, um, it would be a hard, dead money this year, 11.3, 6.3 next year, 6.3 the year after that. I just can't. I just can't. I can't have this man in the roster no more, man. I can't. I can't have this man in the roster no more. To me, he is he's just not available. Now, I'll tell you this. He is pretty good, and I'll show you this link quick. In the regular season snap count, forget the New Orleans years. Look at these are the 2 years that he had with Miami. 86% in 2022, 81% in 2023 last year. He played 13 games the first year, 10 games the second year. Granted, these are not including the playoffs. The playoffs, excuse me, this is not including the playoffs. This is only including, what do you call it? To me, we just can't afford to keep this man here. It's he's good when he's available, but the fact that he's not available, look, he's never played a full season ever. Even when the season was 16 seasons, 16 games, the closest one, 2019 he had 15. 2014, 2020 he had 14. Like to me, he's just regressing. He's got nothing but injuries. We just can't afford to have half a tackle, in my opinion. Oh, look at this! Look at this! Look at this! This regular season O line penalty. He's actually pretty good. He only had three this season. You know, five last season. That's really good. He's an excellent tackle. And like you read in the article we just read earlier, he was one of the highest coveted tackles in the 2022 offseason for good reason. But the injuries concern, that's the part that hurt. His injury is he's just not worth it anymore for me. And that's where I'm at when it comes to Terron Armstead. That's why I say, you know what? Could he maybe perhaps be a not really a cap casualty, but just a straight up cut? You know, because at this point, let me check one last thing. There it is. Let me see what this place says. Okay. Yeah, he wants to get paid. Don't get me wrong. It makes sense. He wants to get paid, but I just can't. I can't. Even if I'm gonna eat money, unless he decides to, even though he said he wants to come back, I know it's a lot of money to come back, but to me, at the end of the day, I get it. His dead cap is, well, according to, it's the thing. This is according to Spo Track, and then according to Over the Cap. You guys see it? I showed you guys. If we were to cut him, what it would do. It just, we can't afford to have half a tackle, in my opinion. It's half a tackle. That's all we got. Half a tackle. Like that's it. We got half a tackle. So I mean, at this point, we'll have to wait and see what the Dolphins end up doing. But having half a tackle is never a good thing, ladies and gentlemen. Half a any player is never a good thing. And right now, yeah, it just doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me whatsoever for us to still keep him. So at the end of the day, now it's very interesting. $30 million at signing bonus plus salary, injury guarantees. He's made some good money with us, so it's not like we haven't had him, you know, make money. He's made good money for us, but at this point, what about the tackle from Washington in first round? He played the left QB. I haven't broken down the draft picks. I only took a look at the guys who are already veterans, that we can maybe perhaps bring in for cheap. That's what really I was taking a look at so that we can draft somebody. Because at this point to me it's just it doesn't it doesn't make sense to keep him in my opinion. Lamb is the best cheap option in my opinion, then draft the left guard center and re-sign Hunt. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. It's not bad. And not to say, I mean, Terron was ranked 14th by PFF this past year when he's playing. Like, you see what I mean? And that's the problem when he's playing. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That's the problem here. I'm gonna share this one thing. I need to share. We'll see. Yeah. Yeah. If he retires, it'd be better for us. But I could see he might not be. It might be a little too costly for us. According to Sports Track, we'll see. Sports Stars, man, some of these guys, I can't. Anyhow, let me get out of here, guys. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is who I think could be a surprise cut. It doesn't mean we won't have to eat some of that money. We will. But I think right now, I don't know if we can afford having such an expensive half tackle. But that just me. You put it in the comment section, ladies and gentlemen. You let me know. Do you agree? Do you think maybe perhaps Toronto could be a surprise cut? It is a possibility. It absolutely could be a possibility. They'll have to rework the numbers and blah blah blah. That's on Greer. Um, it is good money that he's still due this season. But at the end of the day, see, We're only focused on. Yeah, they. I almost want to say something else, but I won't. I won't. So he does carry a $24 million dead cap. If we cut him pre June 1st, but if we were to cut him post June 1st, that's where we get the savings. So we will be able to get the savings. Not all the extra fluff. Remember, guys, the extra fluff don't matter. Only the guarantees monies matter. Only guarantees and monies. Um, we'll see. Should take a pick up, play one more season and help us. That's not a bad idea, Dolphins state of mind. If he were to actually do it. So yeah, I just don't foresee him. At least something's need to be worked out. You know what I mean? Could we maybe restructure? What would a restructure look like? Ooh. What would a restructure look like? And I think we already went through this, but let me triple check real quick. Oh, what would a restructure look like? I mean, that's not bad. We'd get money. We get good money. Well, that means we'd be kicking the can down the road. You know what I mean? We'll see. Oh, what about VFM? I can be for using that. Yeah. Oh, I'm only mentioning it because that's how they ranked them. PF. I don't put a lot of stock on PFF, but I just figured why not. At this point, look, it is. If we were to cut him post June 1st, we do save money. If we were to cut him now, it'd be a dead cap of 24 million. But it's guarantees, monies, and the money he's owed, he's still eligible for a restructure, and he's still eligible for a post June 1st cut. We'd have to eat money, but we just get him off our books and just get him out of here. Get someone else that I don't know can maybe play 16 games out of 17 and not 10, not 8, like not half the season. Like it's just a little bit ridiculous for me. Morning, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Appreciate you guys for coming through. Seriously, I can't. It's just annoying. Because it's his availability. Listen, I'd be saying this about anybody else, any other player. The problem is, it's Terron. You never know. I mean, again, Greer's gonna Greer, ladies and gentlemen. We know this. So frustrating sometimes. When you already know your GM, you're like, oh God, watch him do this. Watch him, watch him, watch him. Look, if we were to keep Toronto play this year, right, and do nothing with his contract, it's almost $21 million this year. Then, in my opinion, you're still gonna have to draft a left tackle. You're gonna have to draft a left tackle. I get it, Kendall Lamb, he's there, man. I got the depth chart. I get it. He's a good piece, serviceable. What's his name? I can't even say the Keon Smith. Mother of bro. Oh, Meld. I believe in Butch Berry. So whoever we get, whether it's a rookie, you know, or an undrafted free agent this season, or even a old veteran for super cheap, we need somebody else because half of Toronto is not gonna cut it, in my opinion. It's not. It's not gonna cut it. So you tell me, ladies and gentlemen, do you think he's gonna get cut? Do you think he might be one of our surprise cuts? Look, well, everybody knew he was gonna get cut. I mean, just money wise, it only makes sense. You know what I mean? X, you kind of had an inclining because of what he said at the end of the season. So would you take a pay cut? Like, I mean, deuce. So you kind of had an inclining, right? But holy smokes, I would be like, did we finally did it? Did we pull the trigger? Please, please tell me we cut this man. So yeah, that'd be me. That'd be me looking to like to hope and pray that we cut him because in my opinion, I can't deal with this man no more. I can't deal with this man not being available for us. Period. Just can't. It just makes no sense to me. It really makes no sense to me. So, but I could be wrong. So you tell me, do you think he might be a surprise God? Mm-mm. Yep, we need a tackle, corner, safety. We need a whole. It's a tackle heavy draft. We gotta maximize the gift. Thank you, Dolphin Dog. Thank you. We gotta go in. I need 2 tackles. Get me 2 tackles because I'm gonna use one as a backup and the other one as a starter. You know, gotta build through the trenches. You know, gotta keep our guy upright. And we went 6-5 with him in these games. The games he actually played, like it won like we were. That's huge. How much money does he save us though? Look, I'm gonna show it one more time before I go because I'm about to skedaddle. But only because it is a June 1st designation. If we were to restructure, this is exactly how he would. Pre-June 1st, if we were to cut him now, is a $24 million dead cap. But why would we do that? Makes no sense, right? We'd be eating 3.2 from our cap. But if we were to set him up for post June 1st, based on the money he is due this year, it will still cost us $11.3 million, but we'd save 9.4 this year. And I have it where, let's see here so you guys can see. This is contract. Post June 1st, this is what it would look like. It will save us 9.4 this year, 14.3 next year, 14.3 the following year. That's how it would break down. So, if we were to cut him post June 1st, it is a possibility. The team can do it. Yes, they'll have to eat 11.3 million this year, 6.3 next year, 6.3 the year after that. But we still save some money. Draft me a guy. Draft me his replacement. You know, like that's what I need. So that's what I'm seeing. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming through. I really do appreciate you guys coming through. What in the cut? Yeah, surprise cut, ma. Terron Armstead, maybe, perhaps, maybe. That's what we discussed today, ladies and gentlemen. Could he be a surprise cut? I think he could be. Why a surprise? Because especially the man say he wanted to retire already. He's contemplating retirement. The minute a player says that, they're retired, in my opinion. They're mentally retired. Okay? He's gonna go through the motions if he were to play this upcoming season. But are you really gonna get his all? Are you really gonna get squeeze out all that juice from him? Probably not. Probably not. And as far as him wanting to come back, obviously it's for the money. Shoot, I'd come back too for the money. But at this point, dude, your body can't handle it. So I just can't. So that's where I'm at with it. You guys let me know what you think. Do you agree? Do you think he might actually end up? Do you think he might actually still end up getting cut this year? That would be very interesting. Holy smokes, that would be very interesting. If Tehran actually ended up getting cut, ooh, I mean, do we tell him? Like that's where I'm at. You know what I mean? Do we tell him? Do we ask him? Hey, maybe perhaps might wanna. I don't know. Maybe, perhaps. We'll see. I still think so. I still think it is definitely a possibility. You saw the numbers, people. Yeah, that's why I like to show you the number. That would be very interesting. That would be very interesting. And again, you see, we're gonna have to eat some money, but not all that money. Bring in some new blood. Bring in some new blood. There are veterans out there that we can replace him with that will be way cheap. Excuse me, way cheaper. But we gotta draft. We gotta draft these puppies. We gotta draft them. That's the main thing. We have to draft a tackle, no matter what. No matter what. We gotta draft at least one. Man, I got hiccups now. This is what Terron Armstead does to me. You know what? I'm gonna ask this one last question to you guys. Uh, Let me know. Do you want to run cut or not? I do. I want him cut. He's a great team locker room guy. He's passes. Like I want I want him out of here, man. I need somebody that can give me, I don't know, more games. You know what I mean? We can't be dealing with just having what do you, oh my god, hold on. Quick, somebody scare me. Oh, Miami Dolphins signed Tua to a 6-year deal. Oh, there goes. Whew, well, that's scary. There goes my hiccups. Just kidding, guys. It's the 6-year part that got me. Oh, come on, man. I'm gonna have fun no matter what. Okay, it is what it is. Leave me alone. It's the links. It's not even not having like, guys. We're not gonna talk about them because people into the feelings when we talk about him, but no, I just still think it's what do you call it? I still think it's gonna be no matter what they decide with him, it's gonna be. I just need to be done with what's his name. Tua. But with Tehran that we're talking about today, yeah, I agree. And it looks like, ladies and gentlemen, half of you guys, and by half I mean literally half of you guys, are saying, yeah, you want him cut. The other half don't want him cut. Okay. I wonder why. Does that mean you agree with my assessment? Oh, that's what I mean. Oh, snap. Sorry. Hit that like button for me, guys. Hit the like button. Hit the like button, guys. Hit it, hit it, hit it. Appreciate you guys. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I wanted to talk about. I still think that Tehran is definitely could be a surprise cut, to try to move some bodies, pick up some other guys, and have consistency. That's all we can do at the end of the day. That's all we can do at the end of the day. Have some consistency. But let me know in the comment section, guys. What do you think? Do you agree? Should he be cut? Should he not be cut? Will the Dolphins cut him? Don't know. You let me know. Appreciate all of you guys for coming through again. This is Miss Phins. I'm Miss Phins. I appreciate all of you guys. Take care, ladies and gentlemen. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.